Okay, so I spent $6,100 in courses, and I took two courses. So I took one that was 5,800. It was two payments of 2,900, and then I took a $300 Instagram course. So there's several things I can say about that. Well, one is that there's a lot of people online who are charging exceptionally high amounts for their course because they guarantee that you're going to make a lot more money back. Okay, so when it comes to the money field, like the first course that I took was actually for fitness people, but I thought it was relevant to me in my self-defense industry about how to just take your business fully online. And after March 2020, when everything just shut down, I thought, okay, I took that month off and my income was zero because I just taught entirely in person. And I knew that wasn't fully working, but that's, I was trying to explore maybe multiple locations and small classes here and there, I don't know. And when I saw this course, I thought, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if I could do that. I mean, I know it's for fitness people, but don't you think, I mean, you would think, I thought that you would need fitness personal trainers in person also. Again, I don't know much about personal trainers. I had one when I was training for my black belt, and I wasn't in great shape, so I hired. It was a company that had ex-military, ex-army people, and he was one of those commanders or I think it was called Commando Fitness or something. Okay, so anyway, and so I took her free course. So she had a free version online, so I went through it, and I thought that was brilliant. I could teach online, and it wasn't very clear to me exactly how I would do it, but she had a lot of ideas on how to write a copy, how to get somebody engaged, and how to, instead of kind of taking money for the hour that you teach, kind of expanding it so that they can learn anytime throughout the week, and they can spend how much of a time they want learning, and then they can come check in with me as many times a week they want to ask questions. So I don't know, it just made sense. It's like, yeah, that makes so much more sense. And then it's one-on-one, it's private, which also started to click for me because one of the things that wasn't working is that I was customizing my program for everybody. Even though I had a group class, I had a small-ish, every location, 4 to 6 students in my locations. And even then, I would notice that everybody's struggling with different things. So I would give them different empowerment activities or, tweak their self-defense. I would say, okay, you, because you're much smaller, try to get out of it this way. Because you're bigger, try to get out of it this way for you, for the same attack. And so anyway, so I was tweaking a lot, and I was changing things up, and so this made so much more sense because if I did do it one-on-one, even if I had a standard curriculum, like a framework, if I had a framework, I would start everybody on that framework, but then I would change it up based on how they're learning, right? So this person would add this on or take this off, and then empowerment would vary. So it just started to click, and so I said, this is awesome. And of course, the whole time, the person kind of mentioned how it's an investment in your business, and there were lots of testimonials that said they made $10,000 the first month, and they made whatever, $4,000 or whatever the first month, right? So it was like, yeah, you're going to make a lot more money going online. And so I got on a call with her, and she said, well, it's $1,000 deposit. And I said, okay, I can do that, and it's worth it to invest. And then she said, no, that's not how it works. I went onto a second call with her. She's like, yeah, let's talk in detail. And then in the second call, she said, it's $2,900. And so I said, okay, that's more than what I anticipated. And then I said, okay, fine. It's a little bit of a stretch, okay. And then she said, it's two payments of $2,900. So it was like this little ladder. And so I was like, oh my God, I don't even want to do the math in my head. I mean, it was easy math, so even though I didn't want to do it, it just happened. I knew how much that was. So I said, okay, I guess I already said yes, so I'm just going to commit to this, okay. So yes, I learned a lot of valuable information. I mean, that was pivotal for me to just take my business online. And, I asked a lot of those fitness trainers who were there. I was like, how are you guys doing this? I can't understand it. So to be honest, the coach itself didn't give me any one-on-one time. I had maybe one call with her, right? It was called with other students, really, so I didn't really have that time with her. And her course was horribly disorganized. There were lots of videos, but the framework was just horrible. There was lots of like Zoom calls with other people, and then, you know, that first call I had with her, it was about what order I should be doing these, and I should take action, not just study, which was great, which was a great advice, right? Not just be stuck in taking courses. Like, keep taking action, keep taking messy action. You make mistakes, you learn. It's fine. So that was great. And so I was, you know, but she said, oh, take this course and that course, and then take this video, watch this video. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why isn't it in order on the website? It should just be in the order I'm supposed to do, but it was all jumbled up. It was super complicated. It was not clear at all. And so that was challenging. And although I learned amazing, amazing things about just how I can take my business online, like you can teach self-defense online, that's mind-blowing. And that just, there was something in my in-person training that wasn't clicking. And I was like thinking, I want to take Defense Ninjas to another level. I want to impact women. And self-defense isn't just kick and punch. I mean, I had harassment issues at work. I was attacked on the streets. It's different when it's like dating gone wrong type things, or, you know, so I knew it was more than kick and punch. And so it just, and I was customizing this and it wasn't clicking, and this just made it click. I'm like, that's it. If I just have a framework and then I build on top of it for every person, then they can watch these videos on their own time, then they can schedule a call with me whenever they want to, and in that call I can modify, okay, you know, your body moves this way, so let's tweak this for you, let's add this exercise for you. And then for empowerment also, like, yeah, okay, you know what, this is really hard for you to do, and what I shared about how to take a cab safely, or if a cab driver does this, or if you're followed, what to do, all of that. Okay, so I'm going to add these extra assignments for you so you can work on your self-worth and self-esteem, and right? So it just made so much more sense, and I am very grateful for that course because it really helped me go online. And now, you know, I'm going to make another video on what my plan is for my business. In this video, I'll just talk about the courses. So it really helped clarify a lot for me. It just clicked. It made so much more sense. I can just impact a lot more women. And so it was great, and I'm really grateful, except it was not worth $5,800, okay, at all. It just wasn't. I mean, I didn't get any time with the instructor. The course was super messy. It was horribly organized, and I didn't really get the support I was supposed to get, right? I mean, the knowledge that I got was pretty short, pretty quick, in just a couple of videos, and it was just about execution. And I've done it on my own for the most part. And I did ask students. I asked a lot of students about, okay, how do you do this? And they told me, yes, you know, the check-in is in the class. You have to make sure they have the videos to study. And the check-in is just, you know, a checkpoint. What are they struggling with that you can help propel? And so I asked several students around to get an idea, because I was not clear about that in my head. And honestly, that also made so much more sense, because in class, people would train incorrectly with partners. Right? They would pair up with somebody, and, you know, we were all friendly. It was all women's class, and they would grab in a friendly, let's say it's a wrist grab, they would grab in a friendly manner, and this person would get out. And they would say, yeah, I learned the technique. No, you did not. That's not even 5% of the strength you're actually going to get in real life. In real life, the person's going to grab you, pull you, push you. There's so much going to happen. So learn it with the proper body position, pivoting, turning, all those, right? And the students weren't doing it because in our mind, oh, I just need to get out of this grip. And oh, I got out, so okay, I'm fine. That's so dangerous, right? I mean, no knowledge is safer, because you're getting out there late at night, if you're a nurse working night shifts, thinking, oh crap, I don't know any self-defense. I better be vigilant. Much better, much safer than a student of mine or any self-defense workshop that says, oh yeah, I can defend myself now. So dangerous, because you think you can and you cannot. You've practiced and trained with friendly people, okay? Real life is not like that. We freeze, right? We don't even account for those things. So this just made so much, okay, so now I can actually have them train solo, which is so much harder if we think about it. So anyway, all of that just made so much sense. And they had partners at home that were men. Yeah, most of my students have either teenage sons or husbands or roommates or whatever, right? And yeah, a lot of times you have male partners, and they would surprise attack them, so they would freeze, right? My students would freeze, like, whoa, wait, let me figure this out. So it was more realistic training with them in many ways, realistic in many ways. So all of that worked out, except it was not worth that much. I mean, I learned, take your course online, you know, charge high ticket and, you know, a couple things like that. And, you know, it just doesn't ethically fit with me that I should charge someone, you know, $3,600 for 3 months. Like some of the coaches, fitness coaches, actually doing that. They're charging like $3,600 for 3 months, and I was like, I don't know, man. I want, you know. And the question they pose is, do you want to influence? Do you want to get like 100 students for that amount, 36, or you'd rather just get one? And of course, most people say yes. Just one student for 3,600 is so much better. I can this is more sustainable. And I don't know. I would rather get 100 students for 3,600 because then I can impact and influence and change lives of more people, 100 times more. So anyway, my business plan is going to be another video, is what I'm planning on doing. So are online courses worth it? Yes, if they are $300. That's the other course I took. It's an Instagram course by Kat Koroy. I'm going to put a link down, okay? And I'm also going to put a link down to this video that this guy made on fake gurus. There's a lot of people who are charging so much money for Amazon FBA and anything that makes money. Courses about making more money always are very expensive because they know they can make a lot of money by telling you you'd make way more money than what you're paying, and that's not the truth. So anyway, right, so I'll put a link down to that video. You should watch it. I didn't take any of those fake guru courses. I know most of them. Luckily, I didn't. But then I came across this person who's charging pretty decent penny. And then I also found another person, Danielle Elise or something, right? She charges like $8,000 or $10,000 for just how to run a profitable Kajabi course, and you don't need that. My instructor, Kat Koroy, she has a Kajabi course, and she just runs Facebook ads. I figured it out a little bit on her own when she was pretty broke, didn't have money, and one of her business failed. So she's a pretty interesting story. And she's successful. She didn't pay thousands of dollars, you know, learning from somebody that you can just go on Udemy and learn for. Or just Kajabi, right? If you want to do that, then you kind of launch a course on it, and they have videos on how to properly do it, how to market, and all those, right? So some of it is self-learning. That's just a part of business. So when it comes to online courses, what I've found is like Facebook ads, all those things, there's enough cheap courses out there, right? That could be a $10 course from Udemy. I don't know about Udemy. They're okay. Or just $300. A couple $100 I think is fair, right? Anywhere from $300 to $800, right? And this was like a 6-week course. So yeah, I think that is that's totally fair. She makes more than enough. She's not a millionaire. Maybe she is, I don't know. But she makes more than enough for herself, right? She doesn't need to become this millionaire or billionaire. And what you're going to do with all that money anyway? It's not like you're going to give it to charity or do something good in this world. Probably going to buy a stupid yacht or something, right? So anyway, so be careful. I would say personally for me, you know, if it's $10, $20, $30 course, even 100, I can expect to get a little value out of it from Udemy. If it's a person I found on Instagram or some other place, and they're charging somewhere between $300, $500, maybe $700, $800 max for a course, a couple weeks long, then I think I would do that also. And this one, the Instagram course, was valuable. It's about cleaning up, how to make it look nice, and there's other things, doing ads, and there's lots of other things. And you get free lifetime updates and lifetime membership and all that, so it's great. So those kinds of things I highly recommend, and they're very valuable. And these teachers are definitely out there to make an impact in the world, which is super important, right? We want to learn from someone who cares about us. Other people who charge you thousands of dollars, they don't give a damn. That's the reality. They don't care. They'll say things like they do, and oh, we care, this is all for you, and this is all going to be customized for you. And I was told that too. Like, oh, it's going to be fully personalized to self-defense for you. No, that was a lie. That was a straight out lie. Nothing. Zero was personalized. Even when I would ask the fitness students, they would give me some ideas, but I got nothing from the coach, okay? So I really don't like that. It's very unethical business to like lie about things like that. And even though I understand that these fitness trainers are charging really high to make a living, I mean, they have a family to support, they have kids, they have a wife, and you know, some are charging $900 for 3 months, $1,800 for 3 months, $3,600 for 3 months, and but they're making an impact. And I guess they're fitness trainers. They're not selling, oh, you'll make more money. And So to some extent, I understand fitness trainers charging more just to make a living. Otherwise, they're just broke working in gyms, and now gyms are also closed. So that's my big spiel about online courses. I've taken even technical courses from Linda about programming or whatever else, right? I don't even remember, marketing, SEO, things like that, and they were useful. So those kinds of things are useful, except just to be careful. If the course you're taking is about making money, then you're most likely going to find somebody who's going to charge you a lot, right? Like if you're running a business like me, then they'll say, hey, your business is going to triple X your income if you do this. So the good thing was my Instagram instructor never said that, even though one of her students got 10,000 followers from zero in 9 or 10 months, and I'm following her currently, so I saw her growth. Even though she made a lot of money, she's making 10,000 a month now. My Instagram coach or instructor, she never advertised, you take this Instagram course and you're going to make 10x money. She didn't pray into the entrepreneur's desire. She just said your Instagram's going to look pretty. That's all her advertising was, okay? And then all her testimonials were about how they grew, how their accounts grew. That's it. So she didn't pray into our deepest desires of, oh, I want to make money, our entrepreneur's desires, okay? So be kind of just wary of that. If you're not an entrepreneur and you're just looking to take a skills-based course, then especially if it's tech course like programming, it'll be expensive. It'll be in the hundreds dollar range, somewhere between 800 to 1100. You can expect that. And if it's just other things, other skills, it'll be way cheaper, a couple $100s. But if it's launching an online course, marketing for your business, etc., sales, whatever, right? Business related, FBA, selling on Amazon, then there's a lot of people who are going to charge you thousands and thousands, and the knowledge you get is not worth that much. And yes, you can get that much knowledge by doing different things and learning different ways, and through free online, YouTube videos. So I would, if I had to go back and tell myself something, I don't know, because I did learn something valuable in the 6,000 or 5,800 course, except it was not worth that much. So I don't know. It's hard to say now that I know, if I would go back and if I could do it all over again, I would still take the Instagram course, and maybe I would try and find if there was an option or an alternative to the other one, not spend 5,800. I would definitely try harder to explore other options. So I just wanted to say that. I don't really think, and I don't categorize it as a mistake I made. I'm grateful for it. It was valuable, and I have plans that are now actually a little bit different from what I learned, so which I'll talk about in another video. So go ahead, check out those people I'm talking about in the description below. See you next time.